tuyiri banga bamaje positivity toleta bad energy.
Oh my God.
Hey yo, King Konga Zawi, tuli bakatawi from Kampala to Malawi, tukuba them feel we.
We come from vice, only just to be able to make it far.
Yeah.
But we wanted to
all right, there we go with the music right there, so beautiful. Atishulative to what we are going to talk about today, and of course Tulimaje, and that is a beautiful one there from Fikfa Maker and Azawi. Hey, and that's the way to go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today on the show I bring you the boy child. We just talked about the girl child empowerment, and we had a lot of merry making with the girl child, and I'm very sure any girl child seated back there, you now know what to do with life. But today I want to talk to my boys. There are very many categories of boys out there. Boy child needs to be represented very well. We can talk about the hustle king, we have the daddy's boy, we have the playboy, we have talk about it, just anything. Otherwise, I want you to know that grooming and being in position to evolve from a boy into a man, from a man into a husband, and from a husband into a dad takes a lot. And definitely you're going to need to sit back and take some notes, because the process begins now. And here on the Glory of Love, we have devoted ourselves to give you the info concerning anything to do with the boy child empowerment. Otherwise, we are at UCU University, Uganda Christian University. For some of you who've been here before, you can see the beauty, and it is the kind of students that I'm going to interact with. But of course, after here, still I'm going to venture and go to town, that is Mukono town. Today we've decided to do the show from Mukono town and feature one of the street hustlers to tell us what it feels like having to hustle as a boy in the streets, and in specific streets of Uganda. So stick right there, because we are just getting started. It is the goal. With me, MC Shugga, the king of hearts. At every stage of life, we hustle. And of course, so many people do not believe in hustlers. But there is this one student at a university who believes in the principle that hustle doesn't lie. And he keeps hustling his way all through his academic career until he graduates. And sometimes they end up successful. They have a story to tell. Trust me, you need to listen to them. Let's take a look.
I am here mainly to represent the Hustle King in a university setting. Who is a Hustle King? A Hustle King, in my understanding as a person, being a Hustle King myself, you have to survive, but still you must read, because that is your primary purpose as a student in the university. Now, hustle doesn't lie. This is how I understand it. You're going to understand that certain people work very hard and they hustle so much, but they still do not make it. But it depends on how you use the chance. So some people will tell you, if I have the chance to drop out and hustle, I'll make more money and be successful, because my parents are forcing me to study. And the rest will tell you, you can hustle and still study and you still make it. Hustle does not mean you will make it, but what steps are you taking?
Today I'm representing a lover boy. Briefly, I would want to talk about who a lover boy is. Basically, a lover boy is one who believes in love, who believes in settling down early enough, having a girlfriend and looking and focusing on her and being with her without looking onto other, moving around and having very many girlfriends or very many ladies around him, but focuses on that one lady. You see, the problem we have, it is a stereotype. Having a girlfriend at university, it's going to waste a lot of your time. But you know, it's one thing you can't run away from in life. You know, it's like saying that you're going to run away from having a wife. You have more responsibilities than university. At university, you're a grown-up person. You know what you want. You know that this is time for books. This is time to be or chill and be with my girlfriend. And when you say that someone's going to be gullible, you try to say that I'm going to be taken away with everything she wants. But you know, I cannot say that you're going to be gullible because you have a girlfriend. No. You know, you need to state your goals straight. You love the girl. You know, it's the same way when you love, the way you love your brother or sister. When they annoy you, when they do something wrong, it doesn't stop you from telling them, hey, you've done this wrong. In the same way, in the same sense, when your girlfriend has done something wrong, You tell her this is wrong when she's demanding more than what you can provide. Because one thing we should appreciate, that we all students, that we at university, you receive pocket money, I receive pocket money. So I think if I receive pocket money, you also receive pocket money. I'll provide. Of course, as a man, I must do something extra, but I will not provide more than what I cannot. Running away from having a girlfriend is like saying you're going to run away from responsibility. Really, even when you don't have a girlfriend, it is upon you as a person to have self-care, to be smart. If you're on campus or in people, you must be smart. Your room must be clean. You must have a well-laid bed. You know, as we're growing up, you know, we looked at these things in primary and secondary, telling us you must lay your bed. When you grow up, you realize that this is life. You have to take care of yourself. There's always an advantage and a disadvantage to everything. I should say, you see, now, like personally, your girlfriend can call you at 9 in the night. You have to go and see her. She has fallen sick. You see, one thing we should appreciate, that when you decide to be with someone, yes, you're not their parent, but you must take care of them. Love. Show them that they are loved. You know, the girl child loves to be loved. Yeah, even as the boy child, we love to be loved, but as a woman, women love to be loved. I should say that. You see, as I said earlier, is that when you're in love, doesn't mean that your brain has stopped functioning. Being sweet is okay. You have to be sweet to your girlfriend, but you know, there's one thing I've realized, because me, I've dated my girlfriend for now 6 years. You have to stay true to yourself. You know, women can use your weakness, get what they want, but me, all I would tell people is that you as a man, even, I'm very sure even people who fight, women activists also realize that a man remains a man. There are some tough decisions you have to take. If she has done this, she has dressed in a funny way, you'd be like, madam, because I have decided to be your boyfriend or your lover. I'm trying my best to stay smart, to do what I'm supposed to do to please you. So give me the same energy. That's all I could say. I could say, like, most of our parents gave birth at 21, 22. Of course, maybe some weren't committed, but saying early is relative. Even 35 can be early for someone. It is good for you. For example, I pray I get out with my girlfriend after campus. I've learned her more than anyone. So if I say I'm ready to get married, like after 3-4 years after campus, I think I will have made a good choice, rather than saying I'm going to get a wife after campus. You know, one thing we should appreciate is that you know someone's true character at campus. Usually, you know their true character at campus. But when you find someone in office, you're working the same office, and you want that one to be your wife. After 6 months, you want to get married. That's a responsibility I'm trying to say. Whether I am in a relationship at 22, you will still have to get a wife at 30 or 35. So early is relative, as I say. Yes.
Alright, here now I bring you this category of students who follow the principles of their parents, and they believe in the loyalty to everything that their parents teach them, tell them, and when they come to university like this, they give it their utmost and make sure they excel academically. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here I bring you the mommy's boy, the daddy's boy, who believes that everything his parents tell him is right. They at some point need empowerment too, but let's first hear from what they say.
Now that is kind of tricky, because we don't determine when we fall in love. These things happen. Maybe what I would say, it's when you should let your parents know that you're actually in love. Me, now especially my dad, he always tells me that your worst enemy is a girlfriend. I don't know why he says that, but maybe because he knows the issues that come with being in a relationship. You'll start dividing your time. The time you're supposed to read, you're with your girlfriend. First, a relationship must be built on mutual understanding. Yes. If let me give you a scenario where some of the powerful people choose married partners for their children just because those partners come from well-to-do families. After some time, they'll break because there is nothing common that they have. Now, if you look closely to the advice that these parents give us, most of them you will find out they're actually protecting us. Parent will tell you, don't go out past this time. They're trying to protect you from the so many evils that you can find past that time, things that can put your life at risk. So here we have to weigh what risks are good to take and what risks are not healthy for us to take. First of all, I would love a girl who is ambitious. First of all, my parents, when you even when you introduce the times when I introduce my friends to them, they'll first look out for these elements. Is that person ambitious? Yes. Does he add value to your life, or you're just following out of excitement? So one, as I'm looking for a girlfriend, I'll look out for all those things in order not to create a scene when the time comes. Now that comes back to how a daddy's boy should live. Yes, try to look out for things that your parents would want, and also try to weigh them. Are they reasonable? That's what most parents should do. They should tell you what to do, but they shouldn't put so many restrictions to that end. Because now if you put so many restrictions on a child, they will actually start doing these things in the background. On the bit of being strict, because there are some things that they shouldn't be strict about. Parents have a mentality of, of grooming up the boy child as someone who should hustle his way out. Now let me give an example of my dad. My dad, I cannot start asking him for clothing, pocket money. I'll feel shy, but that's how he has brought me up. Yet in actual sense, my sisters, he provides for them everything. You get? So me, I feel like these parents should know that the era we are in is so different from how they grew up. Yes, for them, you would find someone who's 15 years old starting up a family. At that time, they were mature enough to start a family. But right now, someone thinks of starting a family when they are 30 years old. So they should try to relate with us, and they see how we live.
Now, believe me or not, every university has this category of students. Not only one, there are quite many that live life so recklessly. They believe in big spending. Sometimes they call themselves the big boys. And they are so reckless to the point that they don't care about lectures, submitting their coursework in time. And sometimes they even feel they can do anything with the girls. And so they are known as the Casanova, or sometimes the Playboy. But they also have something to say about boy-child empowerment. Trust me, you would wish to hear the story, because behind everybody and whatever life they lead, they believe there's something that they do that is right, not wrong. Otherwise, let's take a look.
I'm here to represent the Casanovas, aka the Playboys. I was once there. The one thing that is danger to the Casanovas, aka the Playboys, first of all, when you don't take school serious and spend most of the times in bars, in clubs, and having fun and hanging out, and with in terms of attracting the female species, you do not concentrate on school. You do not concentrate on school. That's the honest truth. First of all, when you are supposed to submit the coursework on time, you won't, because you don't have the required notes and the required things to submit. So you have no clue about what the lecturer requires. So you end up failing academically, and you end up ruining the relationship you're supposed to build with your parents, because your parents send you to school to study, but you end up failing. And when you fail, your parents be, well, did I send you to school to just have fun? Yes. Another thing is, if you're not careful, you can end up contracting STDs, the sexually transmitted diseases, for example HIV, and yes, it is too rampant among the boys who call themselves the Playboys, and they call it a cool thing to be a Playboy. You lose out on education, you lose out on friends. Those are things that lead to depression, and unfortunately, they may even lead to suicide. One of the reasons why people people at campus commit suicide, it's because of that. It's just connected to that. So I think the principle fake it till you make it, I still believe it up to now, because I mean it's true. I do believe that it's true. I mean, you rather fake it until you perfect it and until you make it, rather than being just there. You understand? A good example is that you would want to look nice. So by looking nice, you have to, first of all, have to smell nice. You have to buy good stuff. Of course, it's the whole process of getting money. It's another story for another day. But you end up being in debts. It's not good. It's not really good. But you rather fake it till you make it. It attracts you to. It puts you to a certain class of people where you didn't belong. So I do agree with that. Fake it till you make it. Right, the advantage of being social as a playboy, first of all, you get to meet different people. And one of the thing I do believe it is that your network is your network. So you cannot tell me after graduation, after that you're done with school, you're gonna have to look for a job. No, I mean the job is within your people, the people you are socialized with. So I believe that the more you socialize as a person, not only as a playboy, but as a person who knows what you have to have in future, it will help you. It will build you. It will build you. The more you have, the more people you have, the more chances you have. I mean, in life we are created as people, not as animals. Associate with animals, but associate with people. And I pity those people who really do not want to socialize with their friends, maybe because they come from rich families. No, that doesn't matter. What matters is whom do you know.
Alright, universities collect students from different walks of life, and among them is the rural boy who comes from this background where he is manned, taught what to do, and given the principles to follow, to the point that he knows that life is always hard, and he works so hard to make sure he makes it in life. And he has a story to tell as well, and equally he requires empowerment.
I'm the Vice Guild President, Uganda Christian University. I do business administration and I major in accounting. Today, I'm representing the rural boy. So all the rural boys out there, I'm representing you today. We want to know who a rural boy is. And me, I would say rural boy is a person who has grown back in the villages like I have done and I've been there. So I would say that this is a kind of person that has been mentored, who has been nurtured, who believes in culture as well. So if you're a rural boy out there, first and foremost, I wouldn't judge them in the negative way. They are right, because most of them, they have not seen this kind of things that they see in urban areas. But what I would tell them is that if you're excited, yeah, but keep it low. Understand and reason out things why you're here. Have your objectives why you came in urban areas, and stay and believe, still believe in your cultures as well. Because us as rural boys, we are cultured, we believe in culture so much. We have principles that we believe in. We have religion as well that we believe in. First and foremost, you have to understand the people that you're befriending, because at university you will find different kind of people who take you off track, take you off your principles and objectives as an individual. So I would say, yeah, socialize with people, but get people that suit your life, your kind of life. People who are going to add value to you. People who are going to advise you, encourage you as well. Prayers at the same time. I think, as I've told you earlier, that a rural boy coming to urban areas, maybe in a university like this one where you have to meet different kind of people, a rural boy should understand his principles, why he's here, should understand God at the same time, what us as believers have to believe in, and understand, yeah, being gullible is normal, but understand why you're here. Have your principles as an individual. Understand the objective of coming from the rural area and coming to urban area, why you're here. It's very important, because out there, when you're in rural areas, we don't meet kind of the girls that we meet here. So I would say that having sex education would be important. He would get to understand the STDs that are there, because of being around very many girls. So if he's in position to understand that sex and protected sex is not good for a rural boy in urban areas, it will be very good for him. A rural boy that has been nurtured, mentored, should be representing the background where he came from. He should be smart. He should be an icon when he comes in such an environment. He should be a role model at the same time.
When you take a very good look of me, should I give you a 360? Yeah, you can clearly see how stylish and how flavorish I am looking. I've been styled by none other than Hivewear, Hive Records. I told you these guys are actually London based, UK. And they also have a location right here in Uganda. You can go catch them at Zambia behind Sharing Hall, where you're going to find Novida and Danny right there. They're the ones behind the sewing and putting together of the pieces of these clothes right here. And of course, you can get yourself something customized this lit, and it is the reason why I'm shining, looking so good. Otherwise, shout outs to you, Drew Hive, for such a wonderful and amazing innovation right here. And at this particular moment, I want to let you guys know that we are also going to check out another category. The boy child comes in different categories, and this one doesn't miss out. The Hustle King, basically on the streets. And today I bring you Biba, who does more of cosmetics and something to do with manicure, pedicure for the ladies. It is a very lucrative business for him, and he has a lot to tell the boy child out there who is not yet empowered. Please take a look at what he has to say.
I am Dana Katende from Mokono, and I'm a friend to Biba and his client. I do my nails from here. He's so good. I like his customer care. And then me, I work downstairs in a cosmetic shop. And about boy empowerment, Chendo was all what I know about boy empowerment is equipping them with knowledge on how best to live, because some people think that as human beings we just grow the way we want, but that is not the way it is. Boys should work as early as possible. They should be trying hard to work as early as from school. Every boy should know that as a man you are created to be a provider for a family. So since your youthhood, you should be looking forward to that, starting with the small things, then until when you get your dream job. That is so important to know, because from my perspective as a lady, I like boys who smell good, people who invest in themselves. Boys should know that the culture of them looking shabby is far gone. Those years are so far gone. First of all, boys are always gullible. When more so it comes to beauty of a woman, you cannot stop a heart of a man to love and give all that he has. But I call for wisdom in here. You don't have to first experience all the hurtful experiences that ladies can come and want your money. You have to just know that there are always girls who will come your way when they only need money and they know that you're gullible enough to give whatever you have. And to the girls, please, if at all you don't love the guy, please don't waste his time. But I know still that is impossible. A boy child should communicate with respect as much as possible. I'm a married woman and I have my husband and he always tells me that his mother always told him, do not yell at a woman. Gentlemen don't yell at women. Gentlemen don't slap women. Even if right now we have phones, you can feel someone slap even in a text. Yes, that is not respect at all. You have to address us with respect. The more respect you give me, the more I give you. Abalenzi nsobola bagamba kintu kimu n'abaami bonna nti ddayo ku mulamwa Katonda yateekawo omusajja ng'alina okugabirira. Ebintu abavubuka bye beetaddemu olw'okuba balina obbawa ssente n'agenda n'anoonya alina omuwa ssente, that thing is so wrong. Abavubuka omusajja yenna ayitibwa omusajja lwa ssente zalina ne vision kijalina mu mutwe. That is what I can tell a man. If you want to really be a man, you have to be visionary enough and work hard.
I'm by the name's called Biba. Many of you call me Biba Niles Mukono, representing Fresh and Clean. That's me. Yeah, Hustle King. Yeah, I'm located here at Mukono town, opposite Sombe Supermarket, just in Auti Road. You can find me there. The building is called the Superior Shopping Center. Yeah, room 26. My telephone number is, you can find me on 0708 796614. You can WhatsApp me, call me, we chat, you know. Yeah, and I got an MTN 07812 Yeah, Biba Niles Mukono, fresh and clean, representing Hustle King. Hustling is good on the side. If you know what you want and if you know what you're working for, hustling is good. Because I would have singer for when I have a look at some of my friends about hustling is our colleague mu mbiri anga botegere mbere nungi bo bimanyi. Abo singa sazu na tebe gomba abayise mu mbere mbi. Why? Kwango lwalero nze okera ku machano gama ngenze ku hustlinga. Kitegezo bo mancho genzo kolerera. Tira kera ku machano genda ku hustlinga nga tomecho genzo kolerera. Kitegeero omuntu yena ategeera ngolina obwongo butegeera. Tosola kera ku machano ga ngenze kola and the end of that day no gama nti nothing kisina kinfunyo kitegeera. Tira hustlinga ngolina kiroto natakifuna. Hustle teriva kitegeera. Yeah. So nze nganze hustle ekirungi kyayo kumuvubuka yena nti wezula. I respect my clients. That's one. Lwaki nti nze nakizuula muli nti bw'okeera ku machano gyokola maya kyokolerera bw'ona atunulira omukazi gw'okolako kitegeera nofunamu embeera yonna you're going to lose. Why? Tagenda kusasula. And for my experience, you have to pay me. Kitegeera, you have to pay me. Yeah. Kitegeera, kati wena biteekamu omuzannyo njateekamu love kitegeeza ngenda kuluzinga kimu bwetojja kunsasula. Ekyokubiri bwe tunaayawukana naawe togenda kunjogerera birungi. You know that ekyo kiri wonna. Teri mukazi oba musajja gwe yawukana naye ne musigala nga mulina okukwatagana. So ate nga nze njagala wemba nga nkozeeko njagala oleeta omulala. Kati omulala namufuna ate nga nkwanyi ne twawukana. Saa zino olwala ekyensolo gamba oba yenna ali eyo oba simanyi oba yaani alibeera mukazi wange simumanyi okitegeera era nga webitegeera naye ekyensolo mugamba kiri kimu tulina okwawula two things, love and business tebikwatagana. And if you know that if I fall in love with you yawula business ku love you ekyo kyolina okiteeka ebbali oba oyagala tuwangaale cause ontegeredde ba clients bange my business. And tomorrow we tunayawukana we tugenda kumanya naye bano bajja kumbeererawo kitegeera. So kati yawula business ku love yaffe. Bw'obeera Hustle King bingi byoboyiseemu tuli fenna. Teri Hustle King atuuka waatuuse nga tayise mu bakazi ekyo yagala gaana taliyo oyitako mu bakazi. So okubeera nti omukazi nti oli mulungi ekyobulungi yes kirungi okubeera nga oli mulungi naye ate nze nganze biba nganze omu kitegeera bulungi wote bwonkolya nga tolina wano. Ya njagala bwongo saagala bulungi bwo. Ya ramu yezi twakyenkana ki kyekikulu edduka ki ya kyekikulu kino njagala buli omu yena andaba oba yena andaba njagala kino okitegeere kuva na leero omuvubuka yenna ayagala okufuna ku mukazi suubira bino bibiri. One, okufa kutambulira mu birwadde bingi you know. Yeah. Kwanza sisuubira nti wali omukazi agenda okubeera nga mukazi mukulu akwagadde kitegeera agenda kukkiriza gwe okola ebyo byagala taliyo. Nali mbibaddemuko kitegeera nze okuzuukuka obwongo ebyo byonna mbiyiseemu. So experience gye nina eyitiramu ebyo kitegeera. Sookera ddala biri bintu nja kuwa ebintu bibiri. Sooka egamba kubeera nga buli omu osobola omutwalira mu kiti kye notabeeramu nekiyita nti kola kuba n'okola kuba onasooka kubeera buli omu ng'okuwa ekitiibwa kyekiti onabalideko kati ekyo kinabeera kati emikono yantu asobola okubeera nga obutambuza bulungi ekyokubiri okubeera nti okubeera ne baclient kisinza kuwakawo tekirina kuta capital no abasinga tugulira nti nobeera n'obukadde abiri esimayasa okukola bizinesi capital. Abo abantu bonna baliwo ku buli omu era buli omu asobola wa service nebasinzira ku si kiki kyolina tegera capital ojja kubeera n'obukadde naye nga waka mu bitali ekikulu kiri kuwaka kigufulumya. Sookera ddala obudde obusinga bangi baagala emirimu egy'amaanyi nga tebana experience ate nga nze kyemanyi experience tandikira ku zero to hero. Kati tewali mulimu olina kunyuma ni main point olumutunuulira kiki nfunayo kyekikulu kisokera ddala osobola okuwangala mu kibuga osobola okubeerawo n'entegeka ebintu byange bituukirira totunuulira mulimu nze olwaleero ndi wano neze newokeera noŋŋamba biba waliwo woza toli as long as you're gonna pay me okay.
Well, here we come to the end of the show, and of course I want to finish it up from an advisory point of view, and I want to talk to three categories of people. First of all, I want to talk to the boy child. To the boy child, I want you to know that life is what you make it, and of course if you risk it with whiskey, you'll never make it like whiskey. You know what I'm talking about? So you gotta be very, very careful to everything that happens to you, and get empowered, because we've given you the info and there's nothing much that you need to know other than what we have improvised right here, right now. If you've not captured your category, then still you can look out and find more. And then to the parents of the boy child, I want you to know that what you give is what you get. And the input you put into your child is definitely the output that you're going to receive. So it is garbage in, garbage out. So you need to really take precaution of the boy child, just like you do with the girl child. These two equally matter, and don't take any for granted. The boy child can be manned, but don't take anything for granted. Just like you can provide 100% for the girl child, is the same favor you need to do for the boy child. And finally, to the lovers out there, it takes two to tango. I want to look at these people who are involved in this aspect, and you are in a relationship, you are the boy child, or you could be the girl child. You need to be very careful about how you do things. Otherwise, it takes the two of you to make it work out for yourselves. Why I'm talking about love is because the boy child and the girl child obviously end on the obvious side of life, which is falling in love and making a family, which is supposed to be the primary goal of everybody that has been created in this world. So basically, you need to focus on that. You look at one another, learn your partner's weaknesses, and let it be the reason as to why you will not take advantage of them, because you know that this is their weakness, and when you do this, it affects them this way. So please take charge of your life. Otherwise, life is what you make it. It is a very sweet adventure. God gave us life to enjoy. Don't forget to enjoy living, because there's a difference between being alive and living. Otherwise, this is how far you can come. Please don't go away. It has been the glory of love, and with Magic One, of course, we always bring you something exceptional. After this, there is music coming next, that is UG, and then after that we have EA Vibes. You don't want to miss, yo. Check out all those songs there. Love you so much. I'm out of here.